All right, this is Ed Carvajal speaking with Caleb Crump, who's competing this weekend at Subversiv, live on Spectation Sports. Caleb, thanks for taking time to talk.
Thanks for having me, Ed. I'm excited to compete this weekend.
Yeah, I mean you're quite the accomplished submission artist. I saw you've got over 100 victories on smooth comp and you just picked up a medal at the ADCC Nationals, right?
Yeah, gold. I won the ADCC Nationals. Yes, sir.
So Subversive, what's the rule set like compared to doing ADCC? Because I know they let stuff go off the mats and everything, but what's for since it's the first event on Spectation, can you just let people know what the rule set is like and what they should expect?
Good question. So my match will be combat jiu-jitsu. So open palm strikes. Man, I actually really need to look up the rules though, to be honest. I just know it's combat jiu-jitsu. Outside of that, I need to brush up myself on the rules.
Well, combat jiu-jitsu is kind of unique in itself, right? Because I mean, because of the striking, it's not like IBJJF or sub only because of the fact that you guys can slap each other or do palm strikes.
Yeah, I think it's very exciting. It's for the fans, they're gonna love it. It's fast paced. You can't just grab onto someone's gi and stall or hold on. Like even if you're trying to just hang out, you're gonna get smacked. So it's a lot faster pace. Coming from MMA background, I actually prefer combat jiu-jitsu. I did combat jiu-jitsu worlds, but I didn't have. I got heel hooked by Chris Wojcik. I'd like to I'd like to kind of redeem myself, so I'm excited for this opportunity and respectable opponent. I know Noah was the former champion, so I'm grateful to go in and be the main event right away.
Yeah, you're facing Noah Chen, as you said, and the combat jiu-jitsu rule set. That's actually news to me. And you mentioned your MMA background, so as somebody that has as many fights as you do in grappling and in MMA, I mean, when you face these guys that are just grapplers, do you? I mean, is there a difference? Do you feel like that you have an edge, especially if it's under the combat jiu-jitsu rule set?
Certainly. All the MMA grappling I'm doing is pretty much combat jiu-jitsu. Although we do closed fist versus open palm, it's the same concept. I feel very comfortable throwing strikes in with my grappling.
And is there? I mean, this might be a silly question, but this is me asking out of curiosity. Does it seem like just the open palm stuff? Does it? I mean, not trying to measure your toughness or anything, but does it just feel like it's like I don't want to say easier because it's martial arts, but does it feel like less difficult? I guess is the word I'm looking for.
Compared to what?
Compared to fighting in MMA.
Yeah, it's less dangerous, I would say. Yeah, probably. There's been a couple knockouts in combat jiu-jitsu, but they're very rare. I think only 2 that I know of. There might be a couple more. Yeah, it's much more rare. I would say on average, people are getting out healthier from a combat jiu-jitsu match than from most MMA fights.
And how do you juggle kind of I mean, I don't know much about Noah Chen as far as when it comes to submission only and the jiu-jitsu competition. I don't know if he's like one of these skilled leg lockers or the kind of what's the crazy right now, all the leg lock setups and stuff that the Danaher and B team and all that stuff that everybody's crazy about. How do you kind of balance your grappling for this type of competition, jiu-jitsu stuff, and your MMA training? I mean, do you think it goes hand in hand? It seems like it does because of when striking is in the rule set, it kind of separates the two. I mean, that as an outsider looking in.
No, yeah, you're spot on, man. There's very, very few leg locks in MMA, and then exactly in jiu-jitsu, it's more higher percentage. Even watching CJI this weekend, I was out there in Vegas. We saw quite a few, not necessarily leg lock finishes, We did see some leg lock finishes, but it seemed like almost everybody was at least attacking the legs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, yeah, combat jiu-jitsu is closer to MMA, where if someone's on my legs, I can just kind of smack them. And I think actually that's where the knockouts came, was dudes going for the legs, and the dude was able to just kind of tee off on him. So, yeah, I think the rule set favors me.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, like I said, that's when you told me that I didn't know that it was combat jiu-jitsu for the main event too. It is the main event, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's actually really exciting. And Subversiv, they kind of like they kind of like it's like isn't there like a charitable like a motivation to the events they hold? Like, don't they do something for veterans or something like that?
So I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. To be honest, this is my first Subversiv event.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole squad at Subversiv has been really welcoming and helping me get everything ready for the process and promoting. And I'm excited to compete for the promotion.
And you're doing this 185, right?
Yes, sir.
I got to ask you something as a guy that used to want to be 185. I'm floating around 215 right now. And I just saw you mentioned CJI and you know Jones put Chael Sonnen to sleep with that buggy choke, and I saw you finish that.
Oh man, hello, Ed.
Yes.
I lost you for a second. It sounded like you were saying something about the buggy choke.
Yeah, because you had mentioned CJI,
Yeah.
and I saw. Didn't you just post an instructional like on kind of how to finish the buggy choke?
Dude, I that was honestly clutch timing. That was last week, and people were talking smack, saying that's a stupid submission, that's a dumb submission. Boom, Craig Jones hit it twice. So hopefully people realize, and you know, people will talk smack about it until they get hit with it, and then it's like, all right, well, it works. I don't plan on being on bottom in this match, but I have, you know, some tricks up my sleeve if I find myself there for whatever reason.
That's a really good point you bring up. It's probably not good to play guard or be on bottom in combat jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, it's not recommended unless you're like a nasty guard player. It's just a higher risk than just pure jiu-jitsu. That's all it is.
And training for combat jiu-jitsu, I mean, you said you've done a few already. When I'm on the mats with my friends, and again, I'm a hobbyist grappler. I don't do it at a pro level like you, but like we do light taps to kind of let people know, like if you're on the bottom and you're hanging out there too long, to kind of just let them know you're in danger. But like, how do you train for something like that without getting your eye cut up or something, you know, for the competition? I mean, do you have people going live with like slaps in training, or what's the preparation like for it?
I mean, to be honest, yeah, I've had like 23 cage fights, MMA fights, so I kind of like know, you know, when to throw strikes and such. I've been kind of a lot of bit busy doing a lot of traveling, going here and there with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
So basically my prep has just been like the MMA grappling rolls. When I was preparing for Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, I was working with Neil Magny, and we were smacking the hell out of each other. I didn't honestly do any combat jiu-jitsu rounds to prepare this time, but I'm very confident in my abilities, and I have no doubts I'll land strikes. Yeah.
What do you think of, like, as far as the future goes for jiu-jitsu, and I mean, you know, the CGI event this weekend, UFC, as somebody that's done MMA and does, do you see like what's calls you more? Do you prefer the competitive jiu-jitsu or MMA?
Man, that's been a question of my career. I've gone back and forth, and I feel like I've kind of like chased two rabbits and caught none. So since April, I've really been locked in on jiu-jitsu. I'm really trying to win the ADCC trials in November. You know, win a world championship in December. Yeah, I'd like to be a participant in CJI 3. Obviously, at UFC BJJ, that'd be great. I think what they're doing with the pit and the bowl is
Yeah.
fantastic. It gets rid of the need for the reset, which a lot of times are funky, messed up, and actually end up changing the outcome of the match. So I'm a huge fan of competing in a pit or a bowl.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, right now I'm just locked in with jiu-jitsu, just taking as far as I can. I'm not done fighting. I love fighting, but I just really want to reach my jiu-jitsu goals first before I do anything else.
And for this weekend, Subversiv, I mean, I asked you because it's coming up literally this Saturday.
Friday, I think, right?
Subversive Friday. Yeah. Sorry, I'm messed the holiday. We're doing this on Labor Day for
Oh,
folks.
you're good.
The prediction for against Noah Chen. What can folks expect to see?
Rear naked choke, baby.
I love it. And I love your whole look, man. I mean, you definitely got like. I hope people at UFC BJJ or whoever needs to see this sees this, because like you need like personalities that make people want to watch grappling. I feel like you bring that to the table. If you have sponsors or anybody you want to shout out before I let you go, by all means.
Thank you for that opportunity. I got a couple. I'm actually drinking right now. Massive. Let me actually grab these supplements real quick. So I drink Smashing Greens and Smashing Reds daily from Massive. Got one more company.
All those medals in the back too.
I take Skin Shield Pro, keep me on the mats, kind of protect my skin from like
Staph and all
infections. That. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Butterfly X, Rash Guard apparel company sponsors me. I'm grateful for High Altitude Martial Arts, Stretch Lab Cherry Hills, keeping me healthy and in one piece. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Those are the major players for sure. I'm grateful for all those people. I'm grateful for your time, Ed, and I'm grateful for Subversiv giving me a shot, and they told me it was a title eliminator, so I win this, and I get to go compete for a belt and later in the year.
That's great. Well, thank you for making the time to talk on the holiday too. Caleb, good luck to you. I'll be watching as a jiu-jitsu enthusiast. Like I said, I'm a fan. I love watching this stuff, and adding the slaps to it is definitely going to make it more exciting. So good luck to you. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, Ed. Much love. Have a great day.
You too. Take care.
Peace.